Hello and how do you do? This is Michael Tackett. For much longer, but that's another video. Yee, oi. Ah. But you're like, he's changed. No, I've actually just become myself. The first time ever. And I hope that as many people want to come on the journey with me. I just want to say to the people I've came out to and supported me, oh, thank you. Bless you for being so nice to me. It means a lot. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys stuff your little bellies and little yummy goodies and stuff, and hope everybody is doing good. I waited to do this video because I really wanted to kind of see what he was going to do, but Donald Trump is the President of the United States. And I know some people are predicting the end of the world and the apocalypse and everything, and at first even I was really like, whoa, wow, this is bad. But then I just started thinking like, well, number one, a president makes a lot of big promises, and they start to break them. And already Trump is starting to break some of his. Like I don't think I know he's not the one who's really got to do the investigation, but he said he wasn't going to really pursue. If nobody wanted to pursue going after Hillary, he's really not going to care. So he already said that he's not going to get rid of everything in the Obamacare. He's gonna keep the parts that people like the I hate this. Yes, the pre-existing condition. There we go. Where if you have a condition and everything, you get to keep your plan. Your plan won't be taken away from you. And your kids get to stay on your health care until they're 26. So basically, he's not gonna really get rid of it actually. And just get rid of some of the stuff I think that people don't like. So it's already starting to happen. So now I'm getting less scared because I'm like, now his supporters are gonna have to deal with, hey, look, he played you guys. Just like Obama played a lot of Democrats, just like Bush played a lot of Republicans. There were a lot of Republicans that wanted Bush to get rid of Roe v. Wade. He never did. And Democrats were scared like crazy, like, oh my God, he's gonna ban it, and he never did. And now Trump is gonna, there's a difference between making big campaign promises and governing. And am I saying that it's right what these politicians do? Nope, not at all. I'm not saying that it's okay. What I'm saying is that it's a part of the political process, and we've let it happen. But that's just the fact. See, it's just now how it is, and we're the ones who have to deal with, the promises, and how we got suckered into it. And I bet a lot of people are like, well, you're not laughing at the Trump supporters because a lot of them were acting like 5-year-old children, and they were. A lot of them were like, yes, look at the Hillary supporters crying, yay! And I'm like, do you remember when Obama beat Romney, right? I put the link to the video below, but there was a lot of Romney supporters crying that night, and it's just Democrats and Republicans are so much like children fighting at a dinner table, because it's like, if you laugh at me, I'm gonna laugh at you, and if you demean my president, I'm gonna demean yours. It's basically a game of back and forth childish volleyball. So yeah. And Trump made a lot of big promises, and people are like, do you think he'll build the wall? That one I don't know. The one thing I have to say that's good about Trump's policies is he is very anti-TPP, and that gives me a big old happy, because I hate the TPP. It was a disaster. And Trump wants to replace it with more fair trades and bilateral trade. I have at it, Hoss. This is one time. I'll support you on this one. And a lot of people wondered, how did he win? How did he win? How did this happen? The media was, and everybody was so sure that Hillary was going to win. And it blew right up in their face. Now, before we say, well, Trump really won, number one, Trump won the electoral, but he didn't win the popular vote. He lost that. He lost it pretty big, actually. It's getting near 2 million votes, what people are saying. And now there's recounts and stuff happening where people are like, wait a minute, my vote wasn't counted. Some people said there was hacking involved, and I don't know. But in 3 states alone, they're demanding them do recounts and stuff. And even Jill Stein, who was the Green Party candidate, she's trying to help raise money. She's like, hey, I want to help. Pardon me. I hate that. I want to help and make sure that the American people's vote was counted, and hey, if Trump won, then he won. But before a lot of Trump supporters start yelling and screaming like, oh yes, democracy, we won and stuff, let's see what happens. I mean, who knows? Trump could have won fair and square. On the other hand, there could have been some shenanigans involved. I mean, I was just wondering, like, how did strong Democratic strongholds like Michigan and Pennsylvania just automatically decide, well, we're going to go with Trump. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, because a lot of Bernie supporters and independents were really mad that Bernie didn't get the nomination. And just for the record, Bernie would have mopped the floor with Trump. It would have been close to 400 electoral college votes for Bernie. Just to let you know. And he would have won the popular vote by nearly 8-9 million votes. Because Obama's approval rating's in the high 50s, and like one guy said, it really wasn't a referendum on him. It wasn't. It was really a referendum on the Democratic Party with Hillary, for what they did with Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. And to a lot of people, they thought Bernie got screwed by Hillary, and they wanted to make the Democratic Party pay. Like, you're not listening to us, so the progressive side of the Democratic Party was like, we're staying home or we're voting for Trump. I mean, I've heard a lot of Donald Trump supporters say, yes, this is what we want, this is what, really. People were just saying, no, we don't want Hillary, and we hate the Democrats for what they did so bad that we're willing to screw her just to prove a point. Trump's approval rating is very low, even before he gets in office. That's not good. I mean, Obama had a high approval rating even before he got in. George Bush had a moderately high approval rating even before he got in. So Trump doesn't, I mean, and there's already reports that he's missed a couple of meetings, Trump, or he's been late. I mean, my goodness. We really ought to be ashamed of ourselves, because we put a man in there who has been accused of raping women. And I know Bill Clinton, but at the time, nobody knew. But I mean, like, now with Trump, people know, and he has to go to court for a few. And we have a man who was openly said to grab women by the crotch. That doesn't sound like a president to me. It really doesn't. And we have a man elected who already has four white supremacists in his group, in his cabinet. 4. I mean, like I said, people are like, maybe he may not be that bad. It's like that meme on Facebook from South Park where you're just sitting there like, well, maybe Trump might not be so, and he hired a white supremacist. I mean, a lot of people are like, well, the Democrats have 48 seats. Yes, and the Senate can filibuster what they don't want to go through. They can. The problem is executive order. And what if Trump, people are like, oh, you mean he could get rid of Roe v. Wade and send it to the state level again. But then we'll have to be at the mercy of the Supreme Court and the local courts. They'll have to overturn it and be like, no, this is not a constitutional. They'll have to find grounds on it. And if they can, then nothing will happen. I think before people hit the panic button, there are some things that can happen that can hold Trump in check. Because economically, I mean, even Donald Trump even said that he'd like to make a new Glass-Steagall and get rid of the TPP. I mean, so far, I'm just sitting there like, well, economics is not that bad. It's, I mean, it's not his economics that bother me. The thing that makes me sad is his social stances. And he wants to pass an anti-LGBTQ law where if you're religious and you don't want to hire somebody or you want to fire them just for being gay or transgender, yeah, we can do it. Again, the Democrats could filibuster it, but then Trump could be like, fine, I'll just sign the executive order. And what if it passes through the courts? And Democrats will be like, well, Trump will get out of there in 4 years. Yeah, but the judges won't. Do you see what I'm saying? That if this gets through, this might take 30 to 40 years to undo. And before people celebrate, like, he's going to get rid of Roe v. Wade, make it a state-level decision. Yay. Ask any country that, where abortion is illegal. It doesn't stop it from happening. So, all you're doing is taking a procedure which, if it's legal, is regulated and safe, to taking it underground where it's not safe and it becomes dangerous. If the woman really wants the abortion that bad, she's going to get it. Making it illegal is just going to take it underground. I mean, that's unbelievable, this argument that, well, if you ban guns, they'll just take it underground and to the black market. But if you make abortion illegal, it won't happen. The same thing won't happen. Think about that one. I have a 15-minute time limit, so I'll try to shorten this up. Democrats and Republicans, please try to quit acting like your crap don't stink. Quit trying to act like you guys don't act like the other side, because you do. And to the protesters out there, protest hard. But don't beat up people. Like, don't drag them out of cars. And I mean, I know that didn't happen a whole lot, but it did happen. You never know who that person might be, what they're going through. And to people who are getting onto the protesters, they're scared. They're afraid that their livelihood is really going to be messed with. Well, here's hoping, ladies and gentlemen, that it doesn't turn out to be that bad. Who knows? Trump may do some pretty good things. I don't know. I hope he does end up being a good president. And people are like, what? I do. If he does good, it'll help people here. But so far, he's not giving me a lot of confidence. But who knows? His ego may make him be like, hey, I want to be a great president and stuff, and he may back off on some of the crazy things because already he's breaking some promises. It happens, folks. Like I said, the political game. So, maybe, just maybe, the future isn't so dark after all.